Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gina and I make wire wrap tutorials here on YouTube, and I sell these products for my small business, Gina Bean Inc., available on Etsy. Today we're making this very simple bead necklace. It is made using a calcite point. I got this one from Michael's craft store in a string in the bead aisle. So to get started, we take our 18 gauge copper-based jewelry wire and we cut a piece about 6 inches. We feed it through the bead and it should look a little something like this. We take our flat nose pliers and we bend those wires inward towards each other. I try not to have the bent pieces laying directly on the stone. That way it gives the crystal a place to move. It can kind of dangle freely while you're wearing it. And then where those wires intersect, we are just bending them upward, so that way we're working with a flat, smooth surface for the weave. I take the last couple centimeters of the wires and I flare them outward. That just makes it a little bit easier as you're weaving your pattern, so that the wire is always going through the center. I created a diagram, which I have on the screen here, showing you what the pattern looks like on the wires. So imagine these two long horizontal wires being your 18 gauge pieces, and then the pieces that are going vertical, that is your weaving wire. So imagine you're wrapping it around just the top wire, then you're wrapping it around both wires, then you're wrapping it around the bottom wire, then around both wires. And that is your pattern that you're going to continue until you work up about maybe 1 inch to 1.25 inches in length of this weave. This one is probably one of my favorite weaving styles for a 2-strand, because as you're working up the pattern, you're going to go back in with your fingernail or your tools, whatever works for you, and you're going to continue pushing the pattern to where it's tight and close together, and this looks like a zigzag pattern when everything is pushed together nicely. So this pattern does work up pretty quickly. I'm just going to let the video continue playing for a little bit, and I will meet you back at about the 4-minute mark to show you what I do after I reach the length that I want for the bail. Hello and welcome back. So your bail should be looking a bit like this now. That's the front and that is the back. We can go ahead and pull off that weaving wire so that it's no longer attached. You can spin it around a few times or just use your flush cutters to give it a little snip. Here I'm going in with my thumb. I have the front side facing my thumb, and I just bent it outward a little bit so that way as it loops back around, it should meet perfectly in the middle, and the bail will look a little bit like a teardrop, like an upside down teardrop. Just remember that the front side should be facing out. That way that's the pattern that you see. Otherwise, if you accidentally flip it the other way, you're going to see what I showed as the back. So now we take the tail ends of the 18 gauge wire and we wrap them across each other in the front, and as we wrap it around to the back, we are going to be snipping off the one about in the center and one a little bit longer, so that way it kind of covers when you fold it over in place. You may just have to play around with your flat nose pliers just to make sure that everything is sitting flush together, and rub your thumb across it like this just to see if there's any sharpness. If there is, you can always go back in with your flush cutters and just snip a little bit from that wire that we tucked over, just to make sure it is not scratchy and it will be a more comfortable wear. And here is the final product. I absolutely love how simple these are. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye guys.